Alright, good evening everyone, and welcome to XCOM2 Legendary Ironman run. We start as always with our memorial. A couple of fine soldiers, women and men, already died in this campaign. We are in the middle of an ongoing alien war, and as you can see, we do have a doom timer, which I intend to end by harassing this alien facility.
We've established contact with the local resistance. We've got the details we need to move on the aliens' facility. This is our chance to set back their work on the Avatar project.
Setting course,
and that's certainly a chance we intend to use. We would reduce the overall Avatar timer by 3. The difficulty here is very difficult, not surprisingly. These missions are usually really large. So let's take a good consideration into whom we want to field into this operation here. We do have a Sharpshooter, a Grenadier specialist, and a Ranger. We take our second Sharpshooter, and yeah, probably it is more unlikely that we also take another Sergeant. So that's more or less our prime team, given that our Major and our Captain are both wounded. So that's the best team we can field at the moment. AP, ammunition, and poison ammunition, battle scanner. I'm thinking about whether or not we have enough grenades. Probably it would be worthwhile to take the plasma grenades into the grenade only slot and the gas bomb into the normal slot, just to have enough cover removal. Alright, so that looks more or less like a complete team, I would say. Given that everyone could only use one grenade, we filled it out. We filled it with mimic beacons. Let's see if we can build a last mimic beacon. Nope, missing the faceless corpses. Any upgrades? We could go for the advanced Grand Launcher. That definitely would be nice. Gremlin Mark II is something we are certainly going to upgrade without hesitation. Without any hesitation. CM we don't need so far, and Arc Blade we don't need either, but the advanced grenade launcher is good, so since we have the credits, why not use them? Good. So this is our team. 2 Rangers, 1 Grenadier, 1 Support, and 2 Sharpshooters. Here we go. It is time to raid the facility.
In position for deployment.
We're moving to take out a high security.
Alright, welcome to Operation Frost Seed, our second facility in the game that we need to raid. This is probably one of the make or break missions that we are going to encounter during our play. We definitely need to win this mission, so failure is not an option here. We are probably going to face somewhere around 30-ish aliens. Furthermore, I think we're going to face everything up to Andromedon, so pretty strong aliens, I would suggest to be very careful. And last but not least, with the successful completion of this mission, we would have enough time to reset the Doom counter.
The squad is concealed.
Good news about the whole map though is we are having no time limit whatsoever, and we are going to play this one nice and slowly.
Moving on target location.
Let's just check what's behind here. Alright, so it's fair to say that we can move up, most probably, without triggering something.
Running.
Got cover.
Got it. Moving.
Double time.
And let me take a 30 seconds break, and then we go for the mission. Alright, back. Let's go, gentlemen. As I was saying, 30 aliens, most probably. So let's be careful here.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Want to make sure that we're not triggering something. Good evening, chat, and welcome.
Solid copy. Got it.
Let's do this.
No need to ask twice.
Theoretically, there can be chrysalids from now on,
Holding position.
so let's only single move from here on. Just realized that we are already in month 6.
Moving out.
So yeah, theoretically it could be chrysalids. And in case this is holding true, we would want to have an overwatch.
Moving on target location.
Because if 6 guys go into overwatch, there is, even with a chrysalid and the ability to dodge, a realistic chance of
Heading to that location.
pulling out some significant damage. Since we don't have a time limit, I mean, why not? Question from the chat for the aliens. I'm pretty sure it's between 20 and 30. 30 is rather the high end here, but the facilities usually have a lot of aliens. Unfortunately.
On my way.
And quote-unquote the second negative message here is the aliens in the facility also tend to be rather strong, so I am expecting to see the hardest aliens that we have encountered so far. It's not going to be just 30 troopers and that's about it. My experience is exactly the opposite. It's going to be the top aliens here.
I have eyes on the enemy.
Speaking about which, Shield Bearer definitely are rather newer aliens, and also the captain is no longer a captain, it's now an advanced captain. You can see it by the higher amount of hit points that he has. The advanced captain gets new abilities as well. He can dodge, and he has a stronger grenade, similar to the mutant, just with the exception of not having armor. But everything else is more or less on par with the mutant.
Scanning.
On Overwatch.
Roger. I got my eyes in cover.
Yeah. So the situation here is a little bit like this. I do not want to engage them right away because there's a tower. And the tower itself has 4 armor, so I do have a certain respect for the tower. I mean, I could go... Let's think this through. I could go with lightning hands and the sniper rifle bows towards the tower. No, lightning hands wouldn't hit. So if we could go with lightning hands, I might be able to take down the tower because we have armor penetrating ammunition. Without lightning hands, it is a gamble because the sniper deals 6 to 8 damage, and we really don't need to gamble here. Let's just wait until the patrol kind of moves on, and we can take the tower by itself. The patrol now will go to the left-hand side, we can go for the tower, and everything's fine.
I'm on it.
Got it covered.
I'm on it. Roger. I've got my eyes on. On Overwatch.
Alright, so much for getting the tower alone, right? But I do have a certain idea how we could play this. Here's the kicker. Let's see who's in range of the tower. So here, here. At least vision range. That's only squad sides. So the tower range is kind of for the first two tiles, and that's about it. If
On my way.
we would move back a little bit more, and further if he has Phantom, so he will not reveal when we attack the tower or the other pack. It's just a matter of putting him into proper cover, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue here. Here we go.
Rolling.
That being said, if we now engage on the patrol, yeah, the tower is now out of vision range, so neither squad side
Eyes on the prize.
nor any vision from the snipers,
Overwatch.
which means we effectively get the patrol alone for free. And that's what we ultimately wanted. We wanted to have single pulls, so yeah. Solid 100% shots. 2 of them. I could even go for a skull mine. Skull mine would provoke the tower though. So that's also a solid shot. How about their pattern? So he will probably be revealed next turn, except when we walk here, which shouldn't reveal him.
Confirmed.
Exactly, it was just out of range. The reason why I'm so picky now is I want to make sure that we get the engage right. Okay,
That's affirmative.
let's just move one of the snipers into range, preferably
That's affirmative.
our boss. We could take 2 shots. Yeah,
Affirmative.
and then engage them next round.
Surprise.
Got it covered.
Moving to Overwatch.
Just want to make sure we get 1 pack and have a solid engage. Perfect. That looks good. Beautiful. Because the sniper can one-shot one of them. That shouldn't be in tower range.
Location.
Very good. So let's open with a solid, straight up shot. We even critted him. Good job.
You know that.
Now he should engage us,
We've been spotted.
which is fine. He's putting himself into cover. We were expecting that, so no big surprise here. But we now have not only the lightning hand shot, which was a solid hit, but even more important, the sniper shot itself. Also a solid hit.
Heading out.
So if we would go here, we would lose the height bonus, but that is okay. We still get 2 shots of,
Not a problem.
which should be enough to finish him.
Enemy is still up.
Oh, missing height
That
advantage.
is not good.
So we only need 1. One of them concealed. But we also do not want to trigger the tower, really. And standing up front here would be a nice position to him, but it would also trigger the tower, really. Let's try if we can get him down with our support. Virus at least deals some damage, I like it.
Close.
But it's not enough. So yeah, none of our operatives here has run and gun. Don't want to use any beacons as of now. The tower itself was here, so this here should still be concealed.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Yeah, but he can clearly see the tower, so there's no point. If I would now attack, the tower would clearly see me. So I'm just going to reposition in case the other patrol comes along. I'm more worried about the patrol from here than I am currently worried about this one officer.
Understood. Moving out.
Everyone's in full cover, so that's pretty much okay.
They're starting to lose ground.
And yeah, he just runs into cover. He's now with another pack, which is okay.
Heading out.
We'll just react accordingly, put everyone here into full cover, kind of do a line in case he comes back. One option would be to take over the tower. That might look like a good option, but in reality it's a little bit a double-edged sword, because if we take over the tower, it will significantly increase our viewing distance, including this pack here, and all of them would trigger at once, which means we would then have a tower on our side, but we would be in a pretty hefty fight as well. So instead, what I'm doing is I'll just very solidly wait,
Scanning.
because we just moved one of our snipers. And since the tower itself sees no one, the one person who has vision on the tower is JC Phoenix, and he's cloaked. We're now going to use squad side in order to wiggle down that tower. And there we go, first shot, maximum damage,
By the numbers.
straight up kill. AP ammunition sometimes really pays out.
Absolutely. I'm on it.
Overwatch.
Scanning.
Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
Holding.
Good. Next up, we will pull the pack on the right hand side, which is somewhere here. Again, we use our scout.
Closing on
Let's
target
just check
position now.
what's up here. There's the pack. And we don't have any line of sight really. Which is interesting, really. Which is interesting. Also, her position is not as strong as it might appear, because if we would trigger them, they would probably take cover here, and everything up to this line would reveal her. So since these guys do not have cover sight anyways, I'm just going to move her a little bit, trying to find a better angle now. This one should activate now. It does. And we're going to destroy it next. So what we are going to do is, let's take the shots at it. Yeah, instant killed as well. AP ammunition is really awesome, guys. I can just underline it. It is indeed very, very good. Probably one of the strongest ammunitions in the game, if not hands down the strongest ammunition.
Good copy. Moving on target. On my way. Moving to Overwatch. On Overwatch.
Got it covered.
On
Stay
Overwatch.
put.
Alright, they will probably trigger now. Nope, they didn't. Which is okay though. Let's use the autoloader.
Let's rock.
We can't see them, so we are going to reposition our snipers. Into a more appropriate spot, so we can make use of the flank.
Got it covered.
Got it covered.
Roger. Got my eyes on.
Moving to Overwatch.
Affirmative.
Dig in.
Covering now.
So we had one patrol and 2 towers down so far. That's now the second patrol. One word towards Overwatch. Let's start with the kill zone here, because as long as you engage on them like we do, you don't have an Overwatch penalty. But as soon as you are engaged, you then get the Overwatch penalty. So, kind of the trick here is to get rid of the shield bearer first. That's why we are going to engage on him. Solid hit. And both of them are now going to move, which will trigger 2 shots. And we even got a free shot from our hair trigger. So the snipers might even be able to resolve the situation all by themselves.
Not even close.
Alright.
Only the best.
So that's 1 down. Let's see if I would move here. That would have a line of sight and I would have lightning hands and a normal pistol shot. Here we go, lightning hands. It dodged, but it's still poisoned.
That didn't do much.
And poisoning was the effect that I was looking for. And another crit, that's very solid. I do not regret taking 2 snipers with me, not at all. So, whom of the 2 am I going to take as a scout, and who's the one? She is Guardian, so she can take better Overwatch shots. So she's going to reveal herself now, because we only need 1 scout really. Wow. Such a bad shot. For real.
Position compromised.
Could have just moved a little bit closer. Would have probably been a better effect. But anyways. Don't want to move up too close. Instead, let's take the cover up here and use the high ground advantage. Which is plus 20 aim, so... Okay, I can't see him. Should have checked before. That's a little bit sad. I didn't want to use the grenade in the first instance. But now I have to, because I don't want to let him have a turn. He's already dead because he's poisoned. So he will lose it at least 1 HP. Hence, if we can just go on to Overwatch, and that's about it. He'll die now. Wow, why isn't he dying? He's fucking poisoned. He should have been dead. That's a very lousy implementation. It clearly said he was poisoned, so... Question from the chat, does a pistol deal enough damage to make it worthwhile? That's a very valid question in my opinion. I know that people will disagree with me, but very personally I am not a big fan of pistols. So the reason why I'm taking the sidearm is there are often situations where you need to move your sniper, and so the sniper is only having 1 pistol shot. With the sidearm, so the lightning hands, every once in a while when you need to move the sniper, like I needed to do it with her last round, you have 2 shots with a pistol, and as long as the target is not armored, 2 pistol shots can make up for 1 sniper shot.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Come get some.
Scanning.
Overwatch. Let's do this. On
In
Overwatch.
position.
Alright, next up we are going to continue to scout, of course.
Heading there now. No problem, boss.
Sure thing.
Let us move our troops into full cover. Nothing wrong with that. Also, let's move up as far as we can, just to have the full potential line of sight. Don't want to miss anything. That's also the reason for moving her.
Locked and loaded.
Everyone's loaded up.
Covering now.
We have so
Overwatch.
far killed 6 aliens.
Something moves over there.
Cover it.
And next pack will be within the facility. Well, correction, the next pack just activated itself. A Mutant and a Viper. The Mutant is scary, the Viper is okay. We can certainly deal with her. He relentlessly charges. And will take a couple of hits, including hopefully a Shredder hit. Come on, Shredder him. No. The guy whom I desperately wanted to hit him has just missed. Ah, that's too bad. And we don't have run and gun, elsewise I would be so tempted to kill this Viper here. So tempting. Also, we don't want to go here, because that is a trap. We already know there's a new pack here. I'm not opening the door for specifically that reason. What we want to do is we want to take solid, respectable, full cover.
Heading out.
That's our priority number 1. And then we start with our shots to make sure that we get the high priority targets. We have armor penetrating ammunition here, so the Mutant is an easy kill.
That's right.
Easy peasy. And we even have death from above as a potential Overwatch shot. Next up, let's go for the Viper. Another solid hit. I'm so proud of my guys today. Specifically, the snipers are so good. They are on fire today. Really, really impressive. So all of that would be 2-4. He has a stock here, right? Advanced stock, so he will deal 2 damage no matter what. Or he'll just man up and kill that Viper single-handedly. Good job, mate. Good job. Let's reload.
Rock and roll.
Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
So that's 8 aliens down, and we are still not breaking into a sweat. The only way, maybe that's also the reason why they introduced timers, because as you see, whenever I'm not on a timer here and do not need to do any stupid moves, chances for really screwing it up are relatively small. Let's take a good look into the inside here. I would bet you that there are some hidden loot crates within this facility. Chance is really, really high, specifically here on the 2nd level. Yeah. But before we go there, I still have the feeling that there are more patrols on the outside. So yeah, I guess
Double time.
moving here into full cover. And also moving one of our snipers into a different angle. could benefit us a lot.
Absolutely.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Right. So let's check on. Have a sneak peek here.
Roger that. I'm going.
Absolutely.
Full cover for these guys.
On my way.
Just want to make sure we got the entrance safe and secure. Now that they are down here, I'm also tempted to go down with the snipers. The sole reason for this is, if you're on the second level, high ground advantage is super good. But high ground advantage and buildings do not mix up very well. Your line of sight more or less ends at the entrance, so you simply cannot support with your sniper. And no chance to hit the enemy is unfortunately worse than a bad chance to hit the enemy, so I prefer to move them up. See, here we go. That's exactly the next pack. Question is, how do we want to engage them? If they are behind there, I don't feel that this is very good cover, to be honest.
Not a problem.
So might as well go via this door.
No need to ask twice.
Move! Go!
Come get some.
Moving to Overwatch.
Holding.
Heading out. Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
They spotted my operative.
Advent troops here.
And that's a big group. 4 of them. Alright. I would have guessed that this might have happened. So we better are prepared. One of the ways to prepare ourselves is to make sure that we get rid of all of the cover and punish them. So either we really launch a plasma grenade, or the other option would be a gas bomb, which deals more damage to them, but it won't remove the cover. So I would opt for the cover in the first instance.
Here, catch.
See, it all shredded them quite well. And all of them are, maybe with the exception of the stun lancer, all of them now are in half cover. So it's time to move up. Could have skulljacked one of them. Wow.
Deflection.
1 hit point, really? Such low odds. Such low odds.
Adjusting sights.
We only have 2 shots, so no. Let's make sure that the shield bearer dies.
By the numbers.
Also, we need to get JC Phoenix, of course, into full cover. I mean, that probably goes without saying. But yeah, of course. Still a hair trigger for the sniper. Wow, but 35% are really low. However, if they move, we will get even a larger penalty. So that's one option. The other option, which is in my opinion preferably, is to now move up and have better odds next round.
Rolling out.
That here should increase our percent to hit significantly.
Sure thing.
Let's put a beacon here, the first one in the mission that we used so far. Solid hit. Let's hope one of these guys misses. There we go. So the stun lancer will also be attracted to it and will now move up. Oh, I would have thought. Yeah, that's what I would have thought. Stun lancers usually prefer their melee weapon. So that's a solid 100% shot on the stun lancer. Can't deny it. And a solid 100% KO. Just died. Good.
On my way.
Next up, let's move here. And let's move into cover to make sure that this guy here dies. We could skull mine for some extra intel. I guess now is a good point in time to use it. So yeah, pretty solid 60% chance. Unfortunately missed it.
Can't get through. Think they got me.
So that was some additional intel. And now we do have one of the situations again where, like, the lightning hands is not a bad skill, because I can't see him with my sniper, right? But I know I will deal some decent damage by just going there and double shooting it with guns. So once every 4 rounds, because that's the cooldown timer of lightning hands, it basically allows you to move your sniper and not lose DPS by doing so. Okay, both of these shots were not very impressive, but in theory he could have dealt 12 points of damage, so I guess overall pretty much okay. Come on, next up, show him how it's done. Critical 10 points of damage, I like it. She's on fire, that's for sure. Now we do have 2 further hits, like Brett is shot from lightning hands again. Didn't hit the target. She would be at 63%, respectively 50%, and he would also be at 50%, or I could use a gas bomb. The reason why I'm comparing both of them is generally that both have the option to drop a beacon in case the other person would miss. I now am going to use run and gun, position myself very close to him, to maximize the chance of hitting it, 70%. Sometimes I just am very surprised about this game. Let's put it into a polite way. So that's a 90% chance, or a beacon. Does everyone have more than 9 hit points? Yes, 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 yes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, also yes. We still have 1, 2 more beacons. I'm thinking about if a 90% shot to kill it would be a greedy play. Probably the answer is no, so let's go for it. If it would have missed, I would have had no further layer of defense for this round, so the chances would be exactly 70%. That's his hit chance in melee to receive some damage. But yeah, it worked out, so I guess we are fine. Reason why I'm so, let's say, conservative with the beacons is our alien counter is currently 16, and like I said, we have 20 to 30, and I'm a little bit more on the conservative calculation side here, which would net us probably a little bit more than 10 more aliens. We don't have a scout now, so it's basically triggering as we go. That's kind of the name of the game currently. So yeah, and if you trigger as you go, you have less control over the packs, and hence I want to have 2 beacons just to be safe.
Moving to Overwatch.
Scanning. Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch. Got it covered. They're moving out.
So there's the next pack. Maybe we go around the door. That sounds like a pretty good idea. Because this here is a suboptimal engagement angle.
I can handle that.
I mean, 1 person here, no problem at all.
I'm on it.
Multiple persons there, no way, buddy.
Heading out.
Heading out.
So let's take a second peek inside and see what's up here. Because yeah, why not? Alright, so currently a mutant and an Archon plus the officer have decided to camp up there. I mean, fair enough, right? They can be on the rooftop whenever they like.
Covering now.
Moving to Overwatch. Picking up movement.
And they'll probably roam around now. Second pack with another mutant there, so we need to be a little bit careful. Don't want to trigger both, or at least trigger them with an Overwatch trap. If they are up there, like, I don't know, they do have a vision range into here, so everything which moves into there more or less automatically triggers them.
Heading out.
That's the reason for me to move everyone into a more solidified fighting position.
Not a problem.
So they should have line of sight if they are jumping down.
Come get some.
Moving ahead. Maintaining position.
I'm hoping that one of the packs will jump down and the other one stays up there. That would be best case scenario. That's a good engage on them. We could use the high ground here and engage them from above.
On the move.
That wouldn't be too bad with our rangers.
On it.
Okay. Let's reposition our team down here to get everyone also in a solid full cover firing position. And then let's think about a proper engage. If both of these packs are retaining their position and standing together, then we certainly will have a problem, that's for sure. So yeah, they only partially moved, really. You can almost feel them there. What we could do though is get a little bit closer and then drop a plasma grenade right on top of their head.
Moving to position.
On my way.
Because the plasma grenade
Scanning.
Got it covered.
will deal normal damage, plus
Get some.
Scanning.
it will also break the ceiling,
Something out there.
so all of them will fall down,
Roger. Holding.
which will bring them into line of sight of my team down here, because they fall down here, and we have pretty solidified shooting angles against them up there. So yeah, I guess why not? Let's try this. I mean, that's the only one that I would hit here. So let's give it a try. That's where their last positioning was. Good job, I hit all three of them. I guess I killed the officer right away. And let's take a peek what's left. If they just fell down, this here should kind of finish them. Whatever is there, we are certainly giving it a hard time. I mean, they don't even, at the moment, imagine the AI, they don't have vision on us, right? Because we are completely out of line of sight. They received a grenade from above, and right afterwards,
Lockdown confirmed.
I'm on
they
it.
received another grenade.
Sure thing.
That was some nice indirect fire. I really like
Shut
it.
up. Listen.
Standing fast.
So they keep on being poisoned. It's funny in a way.
Heading out.
Something is still blocking line of sight. I'm surprised.
On your order. Got it covered. Scanning.
Got it covered.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Scanning.
I'm on it. Huh?
Stay put.
They still don't know where we are, and they keep on getting damage from the poison. In a sense that's funny, and in a sense that's sad at the same time. But I don't feel that much for them, because honestly they are strong enough, so yeah.
Come get some.
Let's just wait one more round, because the poison will stay there for one more round, and they will still be poisoned 1 to 3 rounds afterwards, because it seems they are not moving out of the poison for whatever reason.
Go medical.
And the Archon is currently desperately trying to move into all directions, trying to find someone, but keeps receiving damage each round.
No problem, boss.
I don't know, what's blocking the line of sight? I mean, obviously both of the mutants are dead, that's for sure. And here's also the corpse of this pesky little officer. So yeah, really, that should be it. There's one more
Moving to Overwatch.
avatar.
I'm on it. Overwatch. Moving to Overwatch. On my way. I'm on it.
Overwatch.
Scanning. Heads up, got movement.
All set.
And it is somewhere outside of the poison, that's for sure as well.
Not a problem. Moving to position.
Alright, it was up there the whole time, and now it's moving towards us. But you can see the poison and the other grenade already put it down to 50% of its HP. That's a lot.
Not a problem.
And I guess it should be the last enemy here. Maybe some reinforcements. But yeah, then we are at 20, which was the lower end of my estimation. I'm really surprised to see that there are only 20 aliens here. I would have expected much more.
Not a problem.
Absolutely.
But I guess on the other hand side, it doesn't hurt if you go in with the right mindset. Because if you expect 20 and there are 30, okay, there's the reinforcement. If you go in with the wrong mindset, like e.g. expecting 20 and in reality it's then becoming 30, then yeah. A, you are going to be pissed, or B, you are simply not going to manage your resources well enough. And in either case, whoa, superior autoloader. That is nice.
Where do you want it?
The superior autoloader, I honestly want it on my sniper currently. Together with a superior extended magazine, that would definitely make my day. So since they cannot react immediately, I have no problem in moving my operatives, at least the ones with a shotgun, into the open here.
Sure thing.
Secondly, snipers should be moved towards taking high ground positions here. Just taking two different positions, one on the first floor, one on the second floor.
Heading out.
Hey Blockhawk, greetings.
Come get some. On Overwatch. Affirmative, covering now. Affirmative, covering now.
So yeah, I suspect we are going to have one mech and two normal grunts. It's an officer and stun lancer and an elite grunt. So yeah, close, but not exactly a mech.
Got some advent here.
So now they discover us. Wow. Seriously, 2 shotgun shots missed this officer.
Shot wide.
Everyone missed that
Just
officer.
excite.
That's a little bit ridiculous. And how this guy here snuck in behind our heavy, I mean, imagine that they know that there's a drop and someone with a heavy gun is shooting at this drop site. How exactly is another person then going to sneak in and say, surprise, I just made it behind, I just came behind your back? Doesn't make any sense. 80% miss doesn't make any sense either.
Running dry.
Let's go to kill this officer here. %. Critical for 13. These bitches start to have a lot of hit points, as you can see. Snipers should focus on the stun lancer
Right
first.
on the margins.
Well, I guess the lightning hand attack to him is okay. Good, that should have clarified the topic.
That's how it's done.
Now let's get this heavy lancer down. As you can see, the guys now have considerably more HP than they used to have before. All of them also can dodge, so yeah, it's pretty much getting harder.
Only the best.
Chat asks if there is a mod that just tells you yes or no for the shots instead of the percentages. I don't think there is such a mod, and I do not really know why exactly you would want to have such a mod. I mean, the result, yeah, sure, you can just like see the result and get rid of the percentages probably, but that would make it subsequently harder, wouldn't it? It kind of would add another layer of difficulty because you would need to guess what the percentage of the shot is. I mean, yes, to a certain degree, I do agree that would make it interesting because you no longer can kind of guess what the exact amount or know the exact amount. But on the other hand, Blauclaw, keep in mind, if you played long enough, I could already tell you the percentages without seeing them up front. So for instance, if I now move the heavy to here and shoot, there's going to be something around 80 to 75 to 80% chance. Yeah, see, 83. So I guess the order of magnitude is more or less clear already.
Menace 1-5, we're not picking up any additional contacts near the AO. Proceed to plant the X4 charges and move to evac.
Let's do this.
Ready to rock.
I am suspecting there is a second reinforcement incoming. There's always a second reinforcement. Let's just move one of our guys here to plant the C4 charges and then move back.
On Overwatch. Scanning. Come get some.
Got it covered.
Yeah, high % misses are definitely annoying, but guess what? I just read a an interesting discussion in the 2K forums regarding high percent misses, and there were some
status confirmed. X4 charges are armed.
and there were some pretty valid arguments about it. So first of all, maybe let's objectively go through the discussion real quick. First of all, there is a very subjective bias that everyone is prone to, which will force us to remember unfavorable situations much more than it will allow us to remember favorable situations. So with regards of misses and shots, that will mean you probably, after this mission, will remember that I have missed an 83% shot, but you probably won't remember the one shot which was 33%, which Velios did to one of the operatives behind full cover, where he just annihilated him basically by a very, very low percent shot. So A, it is a subjective thing. B, the second very strong argument against kind of the mindset the game is just screwing you. It is essentially part of the game. Sometimes you are simply unlucky, and as a good commander you need to cope with it. And if you remember Blackhawk, you already were with me when we did it. When we took the run, the perfect run in XCOM 1, like 0 losses, and went straight for it, like really solidified hardest difficulty, no losses whatsoever. Of course it took us some tries, but I guess what I'm trying to pinpoint is, look what we achieved. We moved to month number 5, 3, 6, and then we did it in the 4th try. That alone shows you that at a certain level of anticipation you can kind of buffer or compensate for a lot of bullshit that the game is throwing at you. E.g. Thin Man just running out of the door randomly and giving you a critical shot for 9, if you remember one of the games, or Cyberdisk coming out of nowhere, or you name it. I mean, there was a lot of bullshit that was happening, which didn't feel fair as a player. If I would always have like Alt F4 and kind of safe stumped, I guess that would have taken the point out of the achievement, because in the end, with enough tries, everyone, literally everyone, can be successful in the highest difficulty. You just need to give it enough tries. Of course, it then can be tough, and maybe it's not the perfect run, but with enough tries, everyone can do it. And the difference between someone who's playing that game very well and someone who's not playing it that well is, in my opinion, that you're more capable to deal with situations that look very, very helpless, but you still try to come up top. Remember, for instance, our Avenger defense mission, where we had, I don't know, I think it was 22 enemies against us. Like, shit has really hit the fan, and we were poisoned and outgunned, outnumbered. Kind of fucking grenades were flying left and right. But at the end, we still made it. Or the other big play that I would like to highlight, I think it was mission 24, which I recently uploaded to YouTube, was one of the VIP missions where I went up, there was a line of sight bug, a tower spotted me, and all of a sudden we were fighting with 6 guys against 12 other guys. We only had limited resources. It was really some tough shit, like a Codex, 2 mutants, an Andromedon, 1 Archon, one Viper, Sectoid, couple of troopers, and a tower. So it was really like full house all over and over. And of course, yeah, we could have died there, but I guess the moral of the story is, if you're trying really hard and if you're constantly trying to improve there is a certain from a certain level onwards you will progress and become a better player, and then missing an 83% shot is not the end of the world, because you already have anticipated. For me, I always have a guy with Mimic Beacon as the last one that I'm trying to act with. That's kind of my plan B. If everything goes to shit, the guy with the Mimic Beacon is there. So that was my little quote-unquote lecture or my thought process about how the game puts bullshit at us and what my positive mindset is in still going into the game. I just don't want to get frustrated from too much bullshit. I mean, it happens and that's about it. Okay, some good news. We just reduced the Avatar project by 3 days. We also resetted the timer. And look at that, guys. Clean map. We even have another, such a lovely another facility here, if we so desire. We will get a little bit more context soon, so I want to take North America. Fire when ready is just a nice bonus. All experimentals, ammo, grenades, weapons, etc. are completed instantly. Good lord. Question from the chat. On the first retaliation mission, Legend Ironman, would you take a second ranger or a sniper? Usually at the first legendary mission, in the retaliation mission, you don't have a squad of 5. If for whatever reasons you have become insanely lucky and already got your upgrade, then I would probably go in at this moment in time with a second sniper if I would have someone who is decent. If I don't have a second sniper at hand, a second ranger definitely cuts it. I would also consider a second grenadier, because you will need to get rid of a lot of cover. And since it's only 4 packs in the first retaliation mission, like having 4 grenades obviously is an advantage. Good, so much for question time. Let us proceed by looking at the situation really. Now that we do have a little bit more time, what do we want to do? Research-wise, we are currently going for intel. And then the next research would be probably... yeah, we could go for plasma rifles afterwards. Engineering-wise, we want to build items, but not any item. We want to go for the Warden armor, and we need the intel to buy the Elerium crystals, and then we need 600 supplies. So yeah, tough luck, but we want to do it. I really want to get the armor upgrade. Warden armor is supreme, guys. You will love it. It looks sexy. It is just awesome.
Plotting new course.
Can't get enough of Warden armor.
I have made a number
So,
of interesting
100 intel from the data pad. I can only assure you, if you ever are having problems with intel, just take one of these data pads. I mean, they take 4 or 5 days, and that's about it. Maybe... no. The problem with plasma rifle, I'm telling you, is it costs Elerium crystals, and we are currently trying to get more Elerium crystals for the armor. So there is a certain... there are 2 hearts in my chest currently. One wants to have plasma rifles really bad. The other one wants to have armor. But researching both and building none is the worst of both decisions. So we go for more intel, so we can raid the black market a little bit more intensively. If you can't decide between a sniper or a ranger, just go with the sniper. It's usually the safer choice. Cool, so 25 alien alloys, 15 Elerium crystals. Good job! Look at that. We now have an open shielded power coil. Shielded power coil is super because if you build into a shielded power coil, your power relay will produce simply more power. Significantly increases power output. So yeah, yes please. And we need to remember we need more power because we want to upgrade our resistance communication and we want to upgrade our Psi lab. That's the whole reason why we are currently doing this. Alright, we now got ourselves an incendiary bomb. From all of the special bombs, the incendiary one, in my personal preference, is the shittiest one. And I can tell you why. The effect is supreme. People will start to burn after kind of being hit by it. And burning means they take damage every round and they only have a single round. Like, hey Rody, greetings to the chat. They only have a single round, so that's good because they can either run or shoot. So on paper it looks super strong, right? But if you look at it then a little bit more specifically, all mechanical units give a shit about it. So secondly, if they are already in cover, like, okay, then they will take a shot. And honestly, guys, what do we do? What do we not want? We don't want to let them take a shot, right? So of course they can't reposition, but they will take a shitload of shots. And it also disabled some of the special abilities, so yeah, that's, I guess, quite nice. But the only real special ability that I ever want to disable is either psionics from the sectoid, and for a sectoid a special grenade is a little bit an overkill, or the other one is the one from the codex, because the codex has really some nasty abilities, or grenade throwing, and at least for the codex this bomb doesn't work. I appreciate that, Roby. You can always advertise. I'll be usually online in the evenings. Yesterday evening I had to work. That was the reason for not being online.
Strategic resource located.
So here we go. We found ourselves an advent, a buried advent, and we got some intel. Increased region income, also very nice. I like it. So that's not too shabby. We're a little bit short on supplies currently. Can't make contact. The month is about to be over though, so we will get a fresh supply drop. So let us really quick fly to the black market and buy something this month, then wait for the supply drop and buy something next month. That's a little bit like cheating, but yeah, we need to take every little advantage we can get. I want to get Elerium crystals so we can go for the armor. Rush the research for plasma rifle. That's tasty, but I guess I'll skip for now. And there's one superior expanded magazine. I like it. I also like the scope, but we need to be mindful with our intel. If we would have all of the regions already, so then I would go like, okay, let's hit it. But we don't. Here we can sell the nanomed kit for 50. Let me check something.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
I had high hopes for the Resistance under your leadership, Commander.
Okay, so in the next month we will get a retaliation counter reduction by 2. That's no problem. This year is a big problem. Major breakthrough. We need to counter that. 2 blocks on the progress meter. Not going to happen. I wanted to look up something, which was, we were in the black market. We were in the black market and I saw Elerium plus, the engineers. We have enough engineers currently, so we don't need a new one. Another shielded power core, that's fine, I can just excavate it. What are we missing for our armor?
What can I do?
So build items, armor, we are missing the supplies. Everything else is here. So let's get our supplies because we just hit the monthly drop. Take another look at the black market. Yeah, no update, although it should have updated. It has updated. We have different researches now, but there is no Elerium here. Little bit different staff, but no. Sell inventory. Yeah, I wanted to look for the medkits and then build medkits in order to sell them, but never mind. Question from the chat: are the shielded shield cores the same as Steam in XCOM 1? The answer is yes, pretty much.
though it is intriguing.
Hello, Commander.
Good. Now we do have 80 Elerium. Let us shortly check
Yes,
before he's going all nuts and is starting to cry. I'll give him something to research. That's fine.
Make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Now the armor itself costs 75 Elerium. No, we don't have enough for for plasma rifles. Shit. They will need to wait a little bit longer. Perfect. Look at that, gentlemen. Our Psi training just hit the first grand mark. He has now stasis, and stasis is such a lovely, unbelievably nice skill. Inspire is the next one that we are going for. Grants a bonus action immediately to a nearby squad mate. Effectively, that means you're trading the action of your Psi operative for someone else. And I don't need to underline how good that is if you're, for instance, having a Grenadier or someone who takes a hack and afterwards wants to take a shot, or. I mean, the options are literally endless. Shreddering shots, just another shreddering shot afterwards, etc, etc. Really good. Now,
Commander.
let's build the Warden armor. Look at that bad boy.
Power armor frame.
Isn't it
providing
beautiful?
the durability you'd expect from a giant armored suit.
Oh yeah, that is a giant armor suit. I can tell. That indeed is a giant armor suit. Let's check our proving grounds. Choose project. Currently we produce nothing. That's not good. We still have 4 cores left. So, I mean, I don't know. I would really want to have another type of ammunition, but let's go for blue screen protocol first. That's an upgrade which is an upgrade to all of the weapons. You can then freely build EMP grenades and EMP ammunition, and that's quite powerful. I will show you a little bit later. So yeah, let's go for this for now.
Commander.
Next up, Guerrilla Tactics School. Let's check if we can build any upgrades that are worthwhile. No and no. The next upgrade we want to get is the biggest boom upgrade for grenade crits. That's really, really nice. The other two are also nice, but the grenades currently they need more loving from our side.
Setting course for
Let's
West
shortly
Asia.
check. Sometimes they do have pretty good stuff.
Commander.
For instance, they currently have for 240 supplies a Captain Ranger. And if you guys remember, we were short on Rangers. Okay? So, I mean, 240 supplies is a lot. But let's shortly take a look at our force here. So our Rangers, we do have a Sergeant, a Lieutenant, but no Captain. The Sergeant is up to Shadow Step, Phantom, yeah, and Captain would have re-stealth and vigilant, implacable. That's an option, but we might also wait one more month, because 240 is still a lot of money, and I want to save it because we need to buy so many more precious items. If it would be a major, I would definitely go and buy it, but for now we want to save on our supplies. We will need a lot if we upgrade for plasma weapons. Every plasma upgrade costs 500.
I am sure you will find the results to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
We do have a new facility available, Shadow Chamber. Probably something that is worthwhile building soon, but it's not that important right now. Instead, I really want to go for plasma rifle. I'm not kidding. I mean, all of these autopsies we will get for free once we are through plasma rifle. So yeah, and they don't add anything that's like immediately required currently. So I'm collecting intel by researching our data pads, and we still need Alarium.
Assembled as soon as the research is complete.
New objective added.
The game tells us to build the Shadow Chamber because that's the normal progression of the storyline. And there is the supply rate, which hopefully has Alarium on it.
Related to their Avatar project. I would suggest we begin immediately, Commander.
I would also suggest we begin immediately. He's a smart guy. He's making good decisions. Look at these bad boys. All of them have now the best armor in the game. Of course, we can still go for war suits and for wrath suits, which we will certainly do because the grappling hook is insanely good. For our snipers, there's simply nothing better. And for our heavies, the additional kind of explosives, I like it a lot, so yeah. But let us first and foremost see whom we are going to take onto this mission. I guess we take our A-team for a simple cause, because I want to level them and I want to go to Colonel. And yeah, she is badass. I mean, no shit. 120 heck. That's not bad, but it's even becoming better. Skulljack and a nice nano med pack. Now she should have, wow, 140 heck. That's a good score. For your info, a Sectopod, the strongest opponent in the game, mechanically wise, has 150. So she has even a solid chance of shutting down a Sectopod. And I would give her anywhere between 20 and 25% of controlling it. And once you control a Sectopod, bro, the game is over. Like, the opponents are not having fun if you take a Sectopod, that's for sure. Okay, ammunition is fine, our beacons are fine. 1, 2, 3, 4 beacons, that's all we have at the moment. And we have hardcore ammo. I really like our team. Let's go. So the mission is very difficult, at least this is the postal label, so I expect 15 to 20 aliens there. 15 is the absolute minimum number, probably it's going to be 18. And